afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you, wherever in the world you are watching us. My name is Lena Shukwata, and I'm so excited to be joining you in yet another episode, a beautiful episode of A Work in Progress. Joining me today is, of course, Chuma Baldwin. You know what? I was going to put in a lot of descriptions in there, but I'm more caught by her surname, ne? Baldwin, first of all, for a black woman is like, wow. And then also, I think we all know the very famous Alex Baldwin. How? Okay, but before we do that, hi Chuma, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I was doing a lot there because I still cannot understand that your surname is Baldwin in Namibia. All the way, like that is an American surname if I'm not mistaken. But how are you doing today? How's life been treating you, girl?
Life has been a roller coaster.
Okay.
I honestly can't begin to express how it has been a little bit difficult.
Okay.
Because I'm in my final year.
Ooh,
I have to penetrate through the working industry. And we all know it's not easy.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough.
Okay.
Since January, I couldn't get a placement for internships.
Oh, okay, yeah. Internships are quite difficult to get also. But is this going to be like your first internship that you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. And this is that one that you need in order for you to graduate, yes? Hey. Okay, I understand. But in a lot of ups and downs, there's also ups. Okay, so before we focus on the downs, let's focus on the ups.
My surname.
Okay, let's start with your surname. How did we end up with a Baldwin surname? Girl, are you adopted? What is happening?
My father is Zambian.
Okay.
His first name is Baldwin.
Okay.
It's weird, and I was named after his first name as my surname.
Okay.
That is how the Baldwin came about.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. All right. And
I honestly get that a lot. Every time they call my name, they expect someone white
to walk out.
And when I do the double check.
That is great because I would be applying for everything because everybody would think I'm white.
But they think I'm a scam because...
Oh, okay.
So that's really been so difficult. This one time I applied for a job, part-time job.
Yeah.
And the man called and asked me to send a copy of my ID. Like a picture.
Yeah, because essentially wants to see your picture to see if you're actually white. Oh.
It was sad, but
yeah.
also nice because it kind of sets you apart.
Yeah, it does. It does. Tell me a little bit about your childhood. Where were you raised? You mentioned your father is Zambian. Were you guys in Namibia? Were you raised somewhere else?
I grew up in Zambia. I moved to Namibia 2010.
Okay.
My father relocated for work. He is a teacher.
Okay.
I lived in Grootow before we then moved to Bandung.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you an only child? Do you have siblings? What was the setup like?
We have a soccer team in the netball court. I have so many siblings. My parents are together, so yeah. I have a lot of sisters. Brothers are like 2, 3.
Okay.
We're a lot of girls.
Oh.
Actually. Yeah. I'm not an only child. I'm a middle child for my mom's and a firstborn for my father.
Ah, okay. How was that like growing up though?
Well, I was raised by my father more.
Okay.
So I had to be the first child, the first everything.
Yeah.
The responsibility that comes with being a first child is hectic.
Yeah.
But it has been okay because apparently like a last born.
Is it? Because you're also at the end of the day a daddy's girl. More than anything, yeah.
My father is my everything.
Okay.
He has helped me down through so many things. I cannot do anything without him by my side.
Okay. Oh, so you are a daddy's girl, daddy's girl.
He has to push me to
do
something. I feel like I'm doing it right when he's right beside me.
Okay, that's really interesting. Are your siblings, your younger siblings, his kids the same way? Or are you like that special child that needs extra attention?
Okay. I think I'm the special child with the fact that I also grew up with his mother.
Okay.
They didn't get the privilege to meet my grandmother.
Oh, okay. Because by the time they were born, she had passed on? Okay, alright. So I'm sorry about that. So, with your siblings, yes, you are a daddy's girl and you need that push from him and everything. Were you still that mother figure in their lives?
I am the mother
still.
figure in their lives. I still am. My sister always randomly texts me. She's like, she looks up to me and I go, what?
I get it.
You know, having to put on a face that you're okay when you're not okay because you have to be okay for them.
For them, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I enjoy being a deputy parent.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is exactly what they call us, deputy parents. Like I was saying off camera, in my next life, I really want to return as a last born daughter, and to be specific, because you know how they say even when you're manifesting, you need to be very specific. My elder sibling, and I would like my the elder sibling to be a girl, so she can take care of me. She needs to be in her mid-30s, has her life in order. She has a house, she has a car. Even if she has kids, it's fine, but I know she will take care of me. Like, I just want to be floating through life. Yeah, like my younger siblings are floating through life. Because being a deputy mother, guys, it's a lot. It's really a lot. But tell me a little bit about what you were talking about in terms of your internship and finding it hard. Is there a lot of students in university right now that are also finding it hard to find these internships? What do you think is the blockage? What's going on?
I think the universities should make it mandatory to actually place the students in whatever field that they're doing. Because it's already difficult to find employment in Namibia.
Yeah.
Now imagine you have to then secure a spot for internships, and then you're competing with people that have degrees. Yeah. They're also seeking for job opportunities. So I think that is the blockage. I think they need to allow or really just make provisions for us.
Okay.
Because being an English and linguistics student, it's a broad course, but then also I'm competing with journalism students, communication students. So it's really hard for me to get a placement. Yeah. Because if I wanted to do education, I could have just done an education degree. You know what I mean? So I think the university has to play a part in this.
Okay. So with your degree, what type of jobs or what type of internship jobs would you ideally like to receive?
Public relation officer,
communication
officer, and maybe a speech therapist.
Oh, okay. All right. So those are the areas in which
focus on
personally. Okay, great. But how has your school journey been so far? Also, outside of just the struggles of placing with an internship. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That you said a lot. That you said so much.
I think that's all I have to say.
Is it? Wow.
You know, meeting the deadlines and me being me, I think I have so much on my plate because I like juggling a lot. Okay. And then I have a problem with time management. So it always collides with the academics. But then the discipline and the drive keeps you moving.
Yeah. I remember when I was in university, I think I said this last week sometime, I really feel like I might have gone through a depression. And I did not have the time
to feel
depressed. Yeah. I did not have the time to sit down and even have a conversation about me being depressed because there's a lot happening. School and university in particular is like so much. And I was doing a double major. So for me, it was like a lot of work on my back. And then at the same time, I was hustling and I was trying to get into the industry and stuff like that. So the difference between with me was by the time I got to final year and I needed that internship, it was so easy for me to get it. I was already working on a production. So I just literally brought them my papers and I said, guys, you guys need to sign here and you need to sign here and you need to sign here. You need to give me a letter with your logo on it. And I brought it to my lecturer and they were like, huh? Then I just showed them that I'd already been working on a project for more than 6 months. So like, and I think we needed like 3 months or something like that. So I was way like, I didn't even have to go, to get. But that is, I guess, also how a lot of things work these days. Even with you, for example, you were probably also like working and paying so much attention to your school. And then, which is the same with a lot of students. Even the people in my class at the time were focusing on school because that's what the mission, that's what you have to finish right now. But what the lecturers are not telling us is that it's also quite important to, while you focus on school, network in the industry you want to work in, because then it's easier to go and knock on these doors and say, hey, remember me who came to you the last time, introduced myself? So we need you to hire me. You get all of these things. So it's very important while you're at school to go out into the industry that you are studying in, and just go and mingle with you. You would find out that people are having a mixer of some sort. Just go. Whether you're a student or you don't qualify, you don't think you... It's so easy to just walk up there and say, hi, my name is Chuma, I'm a student, and this is what I do, da da da. By the time you walk back into HR's office 2 weeks later, they'll be like, I remember you. And it's easier to do that.
I think Ministry of Trade is tired of me.
Is it?
Because I go there almost every second.
No, but every no means you're closer to a yes. Don't stop. Continue going there. Somebody's going to say, you know what? I'm tired. Bring that CV. Let me see what I can do for you. I remember. Yeah, I remember one of these motivational speakers. Forgot his name, but he's from the States as well, and he mentioned how he used to work a normal call center job, but he had such a good voice, and every time people would always tell him over the phone when he's done helping them out that you have such a great voice, you should definitely try out radio and he started going to radio stations, and every time he would come to a different radio station, they'll say, nope, we don't have place, nope, we don't have a job for you, we don't have a job for you. So he then decided he's going to go to the radio station he has always dreamt of being on every single day. So he'll clock out of his call center job and immediately go with his CV, and the same receptionist will say, there's no job. Very next day, and his thing is, he'll come there with the same enthusiasm as though he hasn't been there 3 days in a row. He'll walk up, and if it was me, he'll say, hi, my name is Sena Shikwata. I am looking for a job. I qualify in this and this and this and this. He didn't go to school. He didn't have any background of radio, television, nothing. But just the way he presented himself, it went on for at least a good 3-4 months, where every single day after work, he would go and attempt to give in his CV. To the point where on that fateful day, the boss was walking past and said, is this the guy that comes here every day? Yes. Can you go get me a coffee, please? And he started off as a janitor at the radio station. And then one day, apparently one of the radio jockeys was drunk on air. And the boss was in a different country on vacation, but he's still doing his job listening to the radio station. And then he realized that this person is actually very drunk. They're slurring and all of these things. So he called into the radio station. It was a nighttime show. So then he answered the radio, the janitor answered the guy that went to every day to look for a job. He answered, he said, hi boss, how are you? How's your vacation? Great. Can you tell that guy to get off air because he's slurring? If I can hear him, the listeners can hear him as well. So then he said, okay, and then find a replacement immediately. This guy sat down. He went to tell that guy to leave the studio to go home and obviously they played music while the boss is assuming he's looking for a replacement. He sat there, my dear, reading until the boss called back and said, actually, everybody's out of town or everybody's not available, but I can do it. He said, I'm giving you this one chance. If you mess it up, you are fired even from being a janitor. He did it, luckily, because he's been preparing all his life basically for this opportunity. He went on to that. He went on air and it slid out of his mouth. And he was unnatural at some point. The boss was even like, how did we have so much talent with us this whole time and we didn't know it? You see, so I think that story should encourage a lot of people to just continue pursuing. So like you're saying, Ministry of Trade must just get tired of you, my sister. At some point, they need to say, hey, hi, my sister, we need to give you a job because man.
So recently, I also volunteered for the film work that was being hosted at NAST.
Okay.
In social anxiety.
Okay.
But I had to force myself to get out of my comfort zone and just try to network.
Yeah.
And I did so. It was really interesting. I love the setting. I love what they do. And then this one lady asked if I could. She asked me what I do, what I studied, and I told her. Yeah. I told her I couldn't find a placement, and then she was like, I should email her directly and refer the email to her. And I'm like,
do you see? But had you not decided to do that internship or that volunteer at the film week, you would not have met her.
And another producer also asked me to pitch my writings because I kind of write, but they're just like,
don't downplay. Don't say I kind of write. Girl, you're a writer, and that is very important.
Another producer asked me to write an article of an upcoming magazine, and I'm like, yo.
Oh, you see opportunities opening up.
One also needs to create opportunities, and when they present themselves, just grab them.
Yeah, 100%. But you see, we started off on a very low note. You know, you were like, no, but look at how we're ending it off. Somebody said, email me directly. Other people want you to write for them. Do you see? Like, we need to look for the positives in life. We need to look at, and once you start focusing on those positives, more will come your way. That's actually how I go around my life, because, girl, there's a lot happening, but like, there's also a lot of good happening, you know. And every time
you see or focus more on the negative than the positive, and that also just kind of drains you and makes you feel like you're done trying when you are close to a breakthrough.
Yeah, and that's why they say a lot of the times, when somebody's about to give up, or when somebody gives up, they are right close to their breakthrough. They should have just held in a little bit longer. Yeah, and I think that should be the same with you and anybody that is obviously watching at home. We always put so much pressure on ourselves, which is great, but also just live through life. Find the positives in life. Just wake up and say something great is going to happen to me today, and something great actually will happen to you today. You know? Manifestation is very important. I feel like I manifested my life, to be honest. I honestly, even all the people that are of power that I've met, I've manifested meeting all of those people. And that's why I will also always advise people to manifest. Speak out loud. Tell people you're going to meet somebody, you're going to work for somebody, you're going to do this, you're going to do... Like, and don't let people make you... Especially because we live in a very small country that not much happens here. You find a lot of times people are like, but we live in Namibia. That can't happen for you. People are flying out to go and do gigs outside of this country, my dear. And that can be you as well. Okay? Okay, actually, I love that little chat that we had about, you know, soaring through everything that we're going through. But let's talk a little bit about your pageantry journey. You, I know why you're making that face, but okay, so you qualified for Miss Petite Global. Tell me what your journey was like with Miss Petite Global.
I had a very limited amount of time to prepare for the pageant. But because of the little circle that I have, it's very supportive. They made the journey meaningful. They were very supportive throughout. Might I tell you that the day of the event, I did not have a pink evening gown that was required of me to have.
Okay.
And then I called Bobby, and I said, Bobby, I'm not going to come and compete for the pageant. He's like, what's the problem? My designer traveled to Swakopmund with my dress.
Wow.
And she is not done. And I'm like, okay. So I cannot come. I'm so sorry for the last minute announcement. And it's like, girl, if you have a green, black, orange dress, just show up.
Yeah. At this point.
At the back of my head, I'm like, imagine I go in with a red dress.
But everybody else is wearing pink.
You know how people are, they'll talk about it and be like, she was already meant to win. She was just
favoritism.
How can she win with an orange dress? But last minute, I got the dress. I didn't tell Bobby I got the dress. He was really surprised and he was so calm actually. I thought he'd be very mad because I mean he already told us what we needed to have. Yeah. But because I like my things, my gowns being tailored. I wanted a tailor-made dress. I didn't want to rent out one. Yeah. And then all that trouble to being crowned first runner.
Ooh, imagine had you not gone. Do you get? Do you see? There's you're stressing me out.
A similar thing happened for this NGO.
Okay.
My wig got lost. My sister didn't know Bendu, so I asked her to bring the wig to the installation place. She couldn't find it. She got lost. We're miles away. Oh my goodness. And I'm like, I have makeup appointment. If I'm late, I have to pay 300 extra for this. And I don't have that money right now. So I called the organizers. I'm like, I'm not coming. I'm so sorry. It's like 4 hours before the pageant. And I called my dad. I'm like, Daddy, whatever you're doing there with that creative thingy that you're doing, the national costume that you're doing, just stop. I'm not taking, but I was crying. And then my mom called. She was like, why are you crying? I told her what happened. She was like, and you're crying. I'm like, what should I do? I don't want anymore. But because my father knows me, he told my mom, I know how my daughter is. I'm going to continue and finish with this national costume because she might just come and say, I'm going. Yeah. So when I called the organizers, she was like, give me 2 minutes. I'll get back to you. And she calls and she's like, okay, the lady, my hairstylist will install your wig for you and then I'll do your makeup for you. So just show up. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I told my father to stop. So what if the thing is not done?
Yeah,
and then I get home, and then he's like, oh, so your hair and your makeup are done? And I'm like, yes, Daddy. I knew it. Imagine if I stopped.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, you're such a baby.
Oh.
And like, honestly, sometimes I can't handle pressure. But it's the pressure that drives it actually keeps one going.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I was crying second runner out, and I'm like,
you see, you are on an upwards trajectory. You are supposed to be moving. You should continue doing these things, because obviously they don't know, but off camera you mentioned that you are kind of done with pageantry. Why? Why are we quitting when we're only moving up from here? Why? From first runner-ups, like, come on, guys. We are going for the crown, right?
I think I believe working in the background is the best thing for me.
Okay.
Empowering another person to believe in themselves and bring out the best in them. I think that's what I'm best at.
Okay.
So I think that I would want to then offer myself to be of service to the Namibian youth that want to penetrate through the pageant industry.
Okay. All right. Okay. You know what? Maybe that is your calling. Maybe that is where you are going to thrive more than anything. And more than all of that, maybe that's where you're going to find peace, you know? And I hope that works out for you, girl. I'm still very glad that you did.
Crazy how my pageant journey actually started.
Okay, tell me about it.
I was a tomboy.
Same.
Huge top. I still have the boy in me.
Yeah.
It refuses to fight. But my mom's cousin was like, you know what? I'm hosting Miss Hodo.
Yeah.
I want you to take part.
Okay.
It was like 3 days before the event. And I'm like, I've never worn heels. I don't like dresses. I have to put makeup on. No way.
Yeah.
She's like, you have a great walk and your posture is really good. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I tried it.
Yeah.
I tried that, and then I won Miss Krodo. I also did Miss Chairman Mazadong. I was also the very first Miss Chairman Mazadong to be crowned. I liked it. I liked the feeling. I liked being in control just for those 30 seconds on stage.
Yeah.
Because then I felt like the world revolved around me, and I'm speaking with my body, which is a form of art. I don't have to be loud because the way I move is loud enough to draw attention.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I love that for you, actually. We actually have a very similar story, because I also grew up a tomboy. I played soccer until second year university. My grandmother had to stop and say, you know what, this is where it ends. I have a granddaughter and I need her to be a girl. No, I need you to find a different extracurricular activity that is more feminine, because this thing is not working for me. My grandmother was like, she said, no. And then an uncle of mine was actually like, you know what, you're tall, you're dark skinned. And at the time, Nokia Face of Africa was a thing. Like dark skinned models were really in. So my uncle was like, just go try this runway thing. Because we know you're not going to be a pageant queen. You are basically a boy. But how much you go try? I even had the short hair, everything. So then my very first audition for modeling, I made it through. And then I was like, okay, this is something that I can do on the side, outside of school. Let me try it out. And it was like, I got a few yeses, a few no's, because I did not know how to walk in heels either. I had one pair of heels. Those were my matric farewell heels. I went with them everywhere. Luckily, they were black. So I went with them everywhere. Every audition, every show, until those things broke. I was so excited for those heels. And they were sissy boy heels as well. So, yeah, man, I had to say a very similar story to yours. But yeah, it was so lovely getting to know you. I want to give you advice, okay? Yes, you mentioned that you probably want to maybe redirect your pageantry skills, and also maybe give them forth to the next girl, but also just generally with school and just life in general. I feel like you have so much potential, and there's so much great and good happening for you. You just need to stick it through and look for the good in everything. You know, if you wake up today and you say, I like white cars, everywhere you go, you're going to see a white car. Every single place you go, you will see a white car. So if you wake up today and you say, you know what, this is what I want for my career, this is what I want for myself, everywhere you go, you start seeing opportunities, you know? So stay focused, if anything is steering you into the wrong direction, say, no, that's not for me. We all go through our little mishaps and we're like, woof, that I should not have done that. But then you go back onto the right path and you continue persevering. You're still very young. There's a lot happening for you. You're a beautiful young black woman. Come on. I think I want to be able to say next year that, oh my goodness, I bumped into Chuma and she's doing great. Okay.
You know what? Before you advise me. So one thing, when I'm always in public, find people walking up to me and they're like, "Are you a model?"
You see?
And I'm like, okay, I'm not even glammed up or anything. Why would you think I'm a model?
Yeah.
They're like, the way you stand, the way you carry yourself. I'm like, really?
Yes.
I always think it's the boy in me that is out and then you see a model. It is crazy.
Yes. You see, other people see already the beauty in you, and it's not even just like a physical beauty. It's the way you carry yourself. You get. So I love that for you. Continue doing what you're doing, but do it better, do it more. Put yourself out there more, girl. Okay. And thank you so much for joining us on our episode.
So much for having me.
I also just want to mention that our talking points completely diverted off of it, and that is the beauty of getting to know people and having like raw and open conversations with people, because we probably only touched on one talking point and we got to know you a little bit more. But yeah, once again, thank you for joining us today, and I wish you well.
Thank you so much. You know what? I think I will book myself next time.
Yes.
So we finish off what we started.
Yes.
And I will come very prepared.
Yeah. You are, don't worry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into another episode of A Work in Progress. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please send this episode to a friend, to a colleague, to a sister, to somebody, anybody to watch us as well. I really hope you enjoyed. And from myself, Lena Shipata, Chuma, and the entire team here, it's bye.